Hey, what's up, Sarah? What's up, Sarah? Greetings, Sarah. Lassie. And that would be the female version of Laddie. Oh, JR has a clipboard. Sheesh, a metal one, too. Did you get spanked with the metal clipboard as a child? A pink marker.
These are
Is
my
that a
notes,
highlighter?
JR. Those are my notes over there.
That's like a Sharpie.
Those are my notes over there. Hey, dude, you know Bryson still has to use a fucking he has to write his social security number. Hey, don't go back and pause out the notes because Bryson's fucking is it up there still?
No, I erased
Oh,
it when I
thank
moved.
God, you
I don't
dumbass.
remember it though. I just erased it.
He doesn't know his social security number, so he's got to keep it. Damn, dude, my lighting sucks.
No one ever told me that was a thing you're supposed to know.
Your own social security number.
Like you have it on record for a reason.
Good.
So that when you
grief.
need it, you just go look at it.
Let me see if I can turn on like some sort of like a lamp app on this phone. Lamp screen. So anyways, we've got a lot to get through today, and we're going to start with possibly blah, 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 one of the dumbest new
A lot.
Instafluencers I've seen in a really fucking long time. And I saw this guy, sorry to use the F word, and I saw this because I guess Dave Lipson's doing a podcast with this guy. This is yet another douche canoe who has 100% purchased a fuck ton of followers and in fact knows absolutely nothing about training. But anyways, let's just give it a listen. Welcome to Grindstone Training. And I'm just going to play this and
No, play the video you sent me.
What is it? It's a 10-week plan. It's designed for guys and girls who have had some gym experience in the past, but you've really not got the results that you wanted. That's where I come in. That's where the structure and the accountability of Grindstone Foundation comes in. Going into the gym, it's there on your phone. It's foolproof. It's been designed by me with 30 years of experience. It really works, guys. I really put a lot of trust in it, and I think it's going to get you some fantastic results. All viewed on my app with weekly calls and accountability for me. Sign up to Grindstone Foundation.
thoughts, Bryson?
I think it's fucking stupid. You got to play the video of the one you sent me though, because he does.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
The is my 10-week online program. It's for guys who have had some gym experience, but they've never really got the results.
He clearly can't run.
And that's because there's maybe no structure or there's maybe no plan. A lot of guys, they maybe just go into the gym and they do a wee bit of this and a wee bit of that. That doesn't really work. Grindstone Foundation is 10 weeks of structured exercise. On week 1, we do a testing week. So it enables me to see where you are, where your strengths and where your weaknesses are. Then weeks 2 through 9, we work on the progressive overload. And the sessions are really interesting. There's mobility, there's flexibility, there's primers, and you might even learn a new skill. Then in week 10, we retest. And providing you've done the work, hopefully you've progressed. Well, I am confident that you will progress. It's all followed on my Grindstone Foundation app. That's where you put all your workouts in, all your results, and that's where you follow the videos. And that's also where we communicate. I also have regular check-ins and regular phone calls. So Grindstone Foundation, it's £199 for 10 weeks. You have the plan forever. I really believe in it. I really trust in it. I've put my heart and my soul into it. Don't make the mistakes that I've made over the years. Sign up to Grindstone Foundation.
Good God, is my audio fucked up?
No.
Okay, it's not. It feels like so. Good fucking God, what is that?
It's Grindstone Foundation.
This is all over Instagram. No, we can't skip this. This is an important interlude. This is an important intro to today's subjects, and we've got to get through a wee bit of this and a wee bit of that before we can get to the CrossFit affiliate team programming.
It's a 10-week training plan where we teach you how to train your dragon. And That 10-week training program where I'm gonna be teaching you I'm gonna be dragging my balls across. It won't cause you too much
I'm
trouble.
gonna put me
They're all-
dragging in your
they're all
ass,
shriveled
laddie.
up. It won't cause you too much trouble. They're all shriveled up from all the TRT I've been taking.
Oh god, my stomach. Holy fuck. Okay, well, hopefully I don't have to explain to any of you why that is so fucking bad. Holy God, people pay for that. People pay. That's what I mean, hey, great. People are exercising, great. But this is not a fucking expert. This is what we're fighting against. This is what CrossFit trainers, this is what you are fighting against. Oh, fuck.
God,
I can't even catch my breath right now. I feel like I have pneumonia. Okay.
You think he got that jacked and shredded from doing 75-pound cleans with terrible form?
100%, dude. Actually, I think it's running in fucking Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Is actually how you got that jacked, bro.
Hey, but dude, making sure the snow is a foot away from you so people know how hardcore you are is really important too. That'll make you super
All right.
shredded.
So I'm actually using this. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm using this fucking screen app to get my glizzy up. I'm glazing myself to get my glaze on. All right. Next. All right. And in today's second episode of What's Fucking Retarded on the Internet.
Really exciting news.
Uh-oh.
Wait, Jess, are you pregnant again?
No, you are.
Everyone already knows that. We're here to talk about lit.
Oh,
Lit.
Sounds lit.
okay. So you guys know that I have the JC Fit app. We're here to announce that Amanda's coming on as a full-time coach.
And we're evolving JC Fit to lit, lower intensity interval training.
And lower intensity interval training is so much more than just workouts. It's a whole mindset, you guys. It's a whole mindset for your entire wellness journey. Okay.
But let's be clear. Lower intensity is not slow workouts. We're just not going
Then what? I'm confused. What exactly is lower intensity?
all out every day like we used to.
And lit is not just a style of workouts. It's a new approach to your entire wellness journey.
Because when you get rid of the all or nothing mindset and you break things down into intervals and stack habits, that's sustainable. And when something is sustainable, that's when you can be consistent. And when you're consistent, that's what gets.
Okay, time out. Here we go. Lower intensity. Where was the post she made about them doing max effort sprints? Will you help me fucking find this? I'm gonna have to search through.
I
and find this
didn't
shit.
see that.
Dude, there was a post where it was like, okay, they don't wreck your body like their training did, not CrossFit, their training. Fuck, where was this? God, dude, how crazy dumb is this? Maybe it's on Kahoy's.
What was it?
It was based. Oh, here we go. Guys, I swear to God, this isn't CrossFit. It's fucking different. It's lit. Okay. Where is this post? Come on, dude. It was somewhere in here. Now I ruined the whole fucking thing, man. Anyways, it's just this is just fucking retarded. The thing that frustrates me most about stuff like this is she's not even acknowledging the massive hedge against not just sickness, but the massive hedge she built against fucking a low level of fitness by training to compete at the CrossFit Games, both of these ladies. So now they could basically walk a mile every day for the rest of their lives and they would be fine because they trained 6 to 8 hours a day for several years to be the fittest women on earth. They're acknowledging that not at all. They're also not acknowledging that they overdid it. CrossFit didn't overdo it. They overdid it. Gosh, where was that post, dude? I'm going to fucking lose it.
I think that's the biggest point is, hey, you guys overdid it.
Here we go. 2 times a week. We program 20-second max effort sprints. And guys, this is just another term for low intensity. Of course they program fucking sprints, because to get into good shape, you have to have intensity. My God. This is wild.
There's just a disconnect because they, like you said, they trained 6 to 8 hours a day, made it to the CrossFit Games, and now they think that high intensity training is high intensity for 6 to 8 hours, and that will wreck your body, and that's why people can't compete for forever. But high intensity for 15 minutes a day, 3 days in a row, 3 days in a row with 1 day of rest doesn't wreck people.
Oh gosh, this is, and like, seriously, yes, this is like 2025 Jazzercise Derek Lloyd. This is a joke, right? No, this is not. This is absolutely not a joke. Absolutely not a joke. They are basically giving people a warm up, a CrossFit workout, and a cool down, and calling it low intensity interval training. It's cute. The moniker lit is cute, but low intensity interval training gives no one any fucking results. Oh my God. This sucks.
Yeah, I used to be a games athlete, so I can work out pretty easy for years. It's like, okay, well, what about the fucking person who needs to lose 50 pounds or they're going to be on medication for the rest of their life?
God. I'm not going any further down this fucking hole of Instafluencer. But anyways, this is actually, you know how Greg Glassman fought Coca-Cola? I'm actually going to start fighting influencers. Finstafluencers. All right, and that's all we've got on that front. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. JR, we're going to cover a couple things that you for sure want to talk about because you haven't talked in 12 minutes and 32 seconds. So we're going to make sure you get involved, get a little zesty, get a little spicy, and then we'll talk about something maybe you probably don't want to talk about, and you can shut it back down again. So,
JR, what are your clipboard notes about? What is the subject of your clipboard?
I think we should probably go through them all at the end.
Okay. We're going to start with Wodland Fest. That goes on this weekend, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And anybody relevant competing other than Roman?
Lucy Campbell, right?
Yeah, Lucy Campbell on the women's side. On the male side, I know there's a few that pulled out last minute, like Fabian Benito, I think, pulled out last minute. I want to say, was it Balthard maybe that pulled out?
Hey, was Fabian Benito the guy at Mayhem?
Yeah.
Dude, if you're listening, bro, you're probably not because you're European. And they all listen to other talking heads and pundits. But I would just say, dude, you've got to do something about the way you look. And I mean that not in like your face kind of way. I mean like, dude, he does not look like he works out. He looks like he
pulled out, and Anal will be there.
Oh, Anyola Kai. He fucking looks wild. Anyola Kai is probably the most shredded fucking guy in CrossFit. Actually, let me pull this joker up.
He looks like no one ever taught him how to do thrusters.
That's probably true. I mean, probably no one did teach him how to do it. Dude, I fucking hate when my shit does this.
Yeah, I would say the top 3 males are Roman, Anyol, and Yana.
Roman. Oh, Yanikoski is competing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyol. Oh, shit, dude. Here we go. Good God. I mean, that's wild. The guy's fucking ripped up. He looks like one of the bad guys from Taken, one of the first Taken movies. Do you know what I mean? Those fucking French guys that were all fucking yoked up and look spooky as fuck. Like he looks kind of like Hispanic, I would say. More than anything else here.
I mean, he's Spanish.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Spain?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought he was like Turkish or some shit.
No.
Oh, it's crazy. Damn, good for him. That's cool. Spain's cool as fuck, I hear.
David
Anyways.
Weed lives there.
Huh?
Doesn't David Weed live there?
Oh, little Daniel Brandon.
Nice.
Cool.
That's super edgy.
Yeah, he's got some gloss going too. See? The guy's just fucking shredded. Anyways, not to suck his dick or anything. Okay, Anolokai going to be there, and they have what? 6 workouts, 7 workouts. Okay, let's start with the first workout. 7 workouts qualifying 2 people to the CrossFit Games. Did Mayhem program this competition?
No, it's like my understanding for all of the Mayhem partnered competitions are they gave feedback, they gave recommendations, they contributed the 30-30-30 in Heavy Isabel, but then outside of that, it was mostly the competition organizers.
That's what I figured. Okay, cool. Workout 1. First off, I had someone very dumb say this incredibly smart thing to me one time. And I'll just go ahead and give him credit. His name's Jason Hopper. But he said to me, I maybe sent a workout, or maybe he saw, dude, I got poison ivy. I'm fucked. Anyways, I saw, I was still posting workouts for Sentinel on Instagram. That's how I distributed the programming. And I was like changing the look every day. He's like, dude, what the fuck is this? This looks so fucking bad. He's like, dude, imagine you're a Michelin star chef and you cook the fucking best meal in the world. And then you just throw it all in a fucking bowl and you squirt ketchup all over it and you serve it to your guests. So now you've taken the meal that tastes better than anything else in the world and you've just made it look like a pile of shit. And that's not appetizing. He's like, you should probably treat your programming distribution the same way. You're a master chef. Don't put it all in a bowl and mix it up. Make it look great. Make it look clean. Make it look appetizing. Make it look like you want to do it. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. When you look at a workout and it makes you want to do it, that's fucking cool. You know what I mean, Bryson?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, Dad? So when you see a fucking workout written like this, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. What the fuck, guys? You are a semifinal event. 20 sandbag squats, then 800-meter run, not slash. Well, do I do one or the other? Fuck does that mean? No, 20 sandbag squats, 800-meter run, 15, 800, 10, 800. Outside of the slashes and this being written horribly like a first grader with a fucking crayon, I think this is a cool workout.
And also it's weird because out of all the competitions we've looked at so far with like workouts on the websites, I really like how the website is set up with tabs of each workout that you can click and open and click to go to the next one. And then the easiest part, which is just how you format it, is fucked up.
It could just be also that this is like a European way of writing it, but I don't think that's the case.
That was my first thought too, but I don't know because look
it's okay.
150.
I get it. Check it. The men are going to do sandbag squats. The women are going to run. See what I mean?
That's what that would say.
It might just be because they didn't.
Don't give them an excuse.
They didn't change it in the desktop view, but if you pull it up on your mobile, it has it below.
Does it?
The screenshot that Sevon just sent of the workout in the update show chat has it like vertically how we would expect to see it.
Okay, don't do that.
So
yeah.
Oh, that's on their Instagram. Okay, so they got it right on Instagram. Anyways, fix it on the website. I like the workout, squatting, running.
Hey, do you guys? This is like super. I mean, it's kind of like me and Bryson's show last week where we just talked about little geek stuff. When you guys see 45 reps of anything and it's not written 21-15-9, does it make you mad or no?
It does.
I don't like 20-15-10.
Right. It should be 21-15-9 just because that's cool.
But just because we just think that it should always be like a tip of the hat to that rep scheme. Always.
Yeah, I just think what's the point of doing 21-15-10 versus doing 21-15-9? Like, what's the point? Are you just trying to be different?
What if it was 18-15-12?
That's a different stimulus, I think.
I think it's way cooler too than
I think 18-15-12 feels a lot different than 21-15-9.
I agree.
It's just interesting. Like whenever I see 45 reps written any other way, it's like it's almost. I mean, it goes down by 5. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just like it's a weird like OCD thing.
I don't like going down by 5 unless you end on 5.
Yeah, that's cool. Presented by Ayuntamiento de Córdoba. I don't know what that is. Is that a hotel, do you think? Did I say
No,
that well, JR?
That's really good.
I think that's like actually the city.
It's presented by the city, dude.
No, I really do. I think that the workout is sponsored by that place.
That's cool
literally.
that you can enlarge it. Fit and fun culture. That's cool. Okay, I love the first workout. I think you have to go unbroken on the sandbag squats, and it's just a matter of who can squat unbroken with good stability and good speed, and who can run fast as fuck while continuing to do that on the sandbag.
Yeah.
JR?
Yeah,
Pretty
I agree. I
simple.
mean, this is probably going to be the long, and I think that the run's going to matter the most.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
in that respect, it's good.
Okay,
Well,
so we got a mile
yeah.
and a half of running, 45 squats.
Yeah.
Next, the Velites Separator, presented by Velites. Okay, this workout is a 12-minute AMRAP, a 12-minute time cap, 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off, 3 on. So it's 2, 2, 2, 3 intervals, but it's not for time. It is an AMRAP where the buy-in is 2 legless rope climbs, a 24-meter handstand walk, so 12 meters out, 12 meters back, and then max heavy rope double unders and the time remaining. I have to be completely honest here.
So that's
I
80
hate
feet.
it.
For those of you that don't know, it's like 40. It's 40 feet down, 40 feet back.
So 2 legless to 15 feet is 20 seconds for let's say 50, for really good men, that's 15 seconds. And they're finishing the 80 feet within a minute. So you've got a minute of work on the buy-in if you're competent, which we're going to be watching the heats that are competent. And then it's just a minute of heavy rope double unders following a mile and a half of running.
And the whole thing is an AMRAP too. So in minute 3, it's not like there's an end goal. You're just going to keep going for 2 minutes of work.
Right. So 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minutes of double unders is the workout and the score.
Yes. This is very bad. This is the worst semifinal workout we've seen so far out of any of the qualifying.
And it's not even just the fact that this workout alone is the worst workout. It's that it's following a mile and a half of running.
I think that is important context, but I think even if you just took every workout we've seen that people have done so far to qualify people to the games in a vacuum, this is still the worst one.
For sure. Okay. Hate it. So we've got squatting and running.
This is my question with the workout. I mean, people can do whatever they want. You can do AMRAP, you can do for time, whatever. But what makes 2, 2, 2, 3 intervals exciting, what made it exciting at the games, is when Dave said, none of you can do it in 3. And Matt looked at him and was like, I take that personally, and I'm going to try to do it in 3. And Dave knew no one could. The very first time I was ever programmed. The cool thing about it is you wonder, can someone finish early? Can someone do it in 3 rounds and not have to do the 4th round? And then likewise, it is the workout is 300 double unders for time. Taylor is at 287 and I'm at 285. And we're both looking at each other being like, whoever gets to the rope first is going to win. Let's race. And we race the last interval to get to the rope and finish right before the other person. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it cool, that it's for time. So when it's for reps and everyone knows that they're going to do it, I don't think that it has nearly the same spectator like enjoyment. I don't think there's as much strategy. And I think that in a workout like this with people like Roman in the field, they all know it's going to be about the double unders in the end. So the buy-in isn't that relevant. And I know I'm rambling, but my last point is this. We need to talk about this as a whole show. When you have something like legless rope climbs, should you ever be programming the same number of reps for men and women? Because inevitably the workout is going to be different for women than it is for men. That could be okay if you don't care. But if I'm programming, I want the stimulus to be the same for both sexes. I want to know that the same things are getting worked. So should they do one legless then one regular? Should they do one legless? Should they do two legless to 13 feet? and not to 14 feet. Like
Also, I mean,
I just think that kind of thing that's a big deal in a workout like this.
That's a great point, but also at the same time, what movements are appropriate as buy-in exercises and what movements are appropriate in a competition as max rep exercises? And I don't think there is a world that exists where double unders are appropriate as the max rep exercise in an AMRAP.
Yeah,
It's just not one. What are you testing at this point? What is the double under fucking rope 30 pounds? But at the same time, it's like, that's not exciting to watch at all. A double under is a move that you use to like pre-fatigue something exciting.
Yeah, think about the final interval of this. The fact that it's not for time and everyone finishes the buy-in work. There's 2 minutes left to go, and you're just sitting there watching people do double unders for 2 minutes.
And I'm sure they'll advance the rope. Like I'm sure they'll advance let's just say they advance every 50, whatever, every 25, whatever they do. So there is some storytelling involved. But I would like to know why they didn't make the handstand walk the max.
The max, right. Well, it's clearly because they have no relevant feedback and just, whatever. It is what it is. So we've got a mile and a half of running, 45 squats. Then we've got about 400 heavy rope double unders, 8 legless rope climbs. 400 heavy rope double unders, 8 legless rope climbs,
500.
and 300 feet of handstand walking about?
320, yeah.
Okay, 320. So we've got some overhead, a lot of fucking bounding and running already, and some pulling and some squatting. Mayhem up, workout 3. It's just 30, 30, 30. Okay. This also, to me, like I really want to know, hey, are these on the first day? Is this day 1 and then is this day 2?
I think so. I think it's 1, 2, and then like 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, or 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7.
I'm just not liking the placement of run into double under and then 8 legless and handstand walking into bar muscle ups.
I was gonna say, I feel like in a competition with not like 10 plus events, if you're gonna do legless, I feel like your muscle up should be a ring muscle up and not bar.
Just think it should be different, bar or placed in a different place, in a different spot. We know this is a good and exciting workout. This is Mayhem's workout. Now we have 3 workouts, 3 monostructural elements, only 1 weightlifting exercise. I'm not going to count a weighted double under, a heavy double under as a weightlifting exercise. JR, would you?
No.
Okay, cool. So we've got 1.
Do you think Roman will beat his time in this 30-30-30 workout?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Definitely
not. I don't know that he'll have to.
Yeah, I don't. He definitely won't have to.
Complex. What the? Come on, brother. Is this really? Is it? Oh, here we go. Damn, my shit's getting. Here we go. Okay. Presented by Rooster. Push your limits. Okay. Is this in Spain? Right. This is somewhere in like, or is it in like Germany?
Couldn't tell you.
Spain? Cool. All right, I got it right. All right, time cap, 7 minutes. You have a 7-minute window to find a rep max. I think we talked about this a little bit of this clean and jerk. One clean, 1 jerk, 1 hang clean, 1 jerk. I absolutely despise this for one main reason, and it's not that there's a 1 rep max lift in the competition. I don't like that to begin with, but I get that it's a bias, a programming bias, and people are going to do it, and that's fine. I don't like that. But what I hate about this is that you're taking a heavy-ass fucking barbell from overhead, and then you're bringing it back to the rack position and then back to the hang position. It's not like the Bella complex where you do clean, jerk, and you stay in the front rack. You do a squat and then a jerk. You're going from overhead and then down into the hang. This just reminds me of a certain time where they did a hang bear complex and people were dislocating their shoulder or elbows left and fucking right. And it just is like, dude, this is not, what are you doing here? Testing a re-rack and then going back into the hang. It's unnecessary. It is unnecessary. Just do a 1 rep max clean and jerk. You're not finding anyone different by doing this. It's just dangerous.
Or even a Bella complex, you still
right.
The same person still wins.
But if you're like, oh, I don't want to copy Rogue, okay, don't copy Rogue. Just do a clean and jerk. It's no different, and you're just
Or just don't do a clean
unnecessarily.
jerk because you already have heavy Isabel.
Well, heavy Isabel snatches.
I know, but I'm just saying, just don't do a weightlifting.
Right.
Weightlifting test.
Yeah. I don't know. Thoughts, JR?
If I had the choice to pick a complex or just a lift, I'm glad it's a complex. I'm with you though. I think if you go hang clean jerk and then clean jerk and you have to go touch and go on the clean, I think it becomes a lot more exciting. I think it becomes a lot more difficult. Just having to cycle that full clean and jerk after a hang clean and jerk. But I'm with you. I think once you get something heavy overhead, I like that to be the end of the complex personally.
Okay, so this is workout 4. Malaga Nightmare. Wow. Okay, this is an interesting workout. 3 rounds for time. It's got a 9-minute time cap. 8 single dumbbell devil's presses. 10 box step overs with that single dumbbell. 12-meter dumbbell overhead walking lunge. It's with a 70 for guys, or sorry, it's with a 66-pound dumbbell for guys, not a 70. That's an important distinction because it's only 24 devil's presses and it's with a lighter than a 70-pound dumbbell, and it's only one of them. We were doing dual dumbbell thrusters and dual dumbbell overhead lunges 4 years ago at Granite Games. Why have we devolved to a single dumbbell testing these fittest athletes in Europe at a lighter weight? I also really don't like how you go from a unilateral leg movement to another unilateral leg movement. Like, I just don't like step over into lunge. Well, I don't.
Why would they not write dumbbell box step over if they wrote dumbbell overhead walking lunge?
I don't know. Maybe it's not with the dumbbell, but if it's not with the dumbbell, that's just what it's
Even
like.
worse.
What are you doing? Yeah. JR?
Personally, I think maybe equipment was an issue. Who knows? I think if you have 250s, it's a way harder and it's
Way
a better workout. If
Yeah,
you go,
way better.
if you go dual dumbbell devil press into farmer step over into dual overhead walking lunge, that's nasty. Like really nasty.
I think at that point it's cool. I still am not sure I like step over into lunge, but I think it's cool.
I would agree that if that was the case, my only gripe would be the step over into lunge.
It's just like it's unnecessarily redundant, but it makes me want to try it if it's that.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's some obvious biases here with the programming, which is fine. I am with you, Taylor, 100%. That I think if we're all going to say we don't want uniform programming across all the in-person qualifying events, if that's the stance we're going to take, we need to learn to embrace the fact that, hey, some competitions are going to be a little bit long, some competitions are going to be shorter, some competitions are going to bias weightlifting, some competitions are going to bias skill. That's cool, great. But just
be smart.
The 30-30-30, this workout, heavy Isabel is coming. That's 3 workouts, like sub 7 for the best, and then a complex. So we are really into the power output games right now.
Hey, 3 workouts sub 7, and you've got overhead in the heavy workout. I mean, that's a lot of shoulders, the bar muscle ups. And Colton said it in the behind the scenes. He was talking about I couldn't even feel my arms when I was on the Echo bike for the first 20 seconds. It was all legs.
Yeah.
Then also all shoulders on the heavy rope and the handstand walk and the legless. Like that's all, like this is upper body, I think. Now we're on to the Wodland chipper. And this is, what's up?
I think there's a lot of legs in there. But
there is. I'm just thinking about how big
there is. And we're not done yet, but yeah, there are 3 workouts with a lot of load overhead for sure.
Oh God. And we're going into more 40 GHD sit-ups, 30 cal row, 20 dual dumbbell thrusters, 10 strict deficit handstand push-ups, 20 dual dumbbell thrusters, 30 cal row, 40 GHD sit-ups. I like the movement pairings. I do not like finishing a workout on a GHD sit-up. I think it's not fun for anyone to watch. I don't
mind finishing on the GHD.
it's just like not much of a, I guess if every other workout is a really exciting race, but I don't know. This just doesn't provide to me like a ton of excitement. I'm looking at it right now thinking of how I would change it to make it exciting.
I
So
mean,
think
we already kind of talked about like there's not a lot of people there, but thinking about someone like Justin, like getting on 2 reps behind Roman or something like that, like obviously Justin's not in this field, but I'm saying like you could pass somebody if you're getting to the GHD at a similar time, like right behind them, more so than anyone else in this workout. Like I guess you could say the thrusters, if someone breaks and the another person doesn't, that's exciting to watch. But I also don't like the thrusters and handstand push-ups together.
And I think
I like that.
yeah, I knew Taylor would, and I don't either, Bryson. Like if I were programming it, I would go 40, 30 dumbbell, 20 cal row, 10 handstand push-up, 20 cal rows. I would just break the pressing up. I think that's what makes Taylor a good programmer, because I see that double press and it makes me just be like, oh, I'm not doing that. But for a competition, that's something that is good to do. My thing is the discrepancy between the gymnastics movement, even though it's strict, and the weighted. So you have 40 to 10. And that deficit, I believe, is only like 6 and 4. So yes, those 10 are going to be expensive for sure after the thrusters. But I think if you had the dumbbell thrusters in the middle and had the strict on either side, it would probably it would be a little bit more exciting. And if we're looking at from a programming standpoint, how many workouts so far have been dependent on gymnastics?
Yeah, I was going to say in context with the other workouts.
The bar muscle up one. I don't think you can, for the women, the legless will. But for the men, I don't think it will at all.
God. Don't know what happened. Oh, you guys aren't seeing this. Somehow I got to this screen. Sorry, I'm going to go back.
Yeah, I think in context with the other workouts, especially making the dumbbell thrusters less important.
But this is, I would say, at least this and the previous workout, these are workouts that make us talk about them, or like, okay, it could be cool if you did this, it could be cool if you did that. I like that they're thinking outside the box a little bit. It just kind of like, you know.
And hey, there's Mayhem influence there, right? Mayhem had one heavy dumbbell and then another workout with double dumbbells. This one, same thing. One heavier dumbbell in one workout and then lighter.
Presented by Mayhem Athlete. Okay.
Do we know what weight the dumbbells are in that?
These are probably
50s and 35.
Yeah. And then finally, heavy Isabel.
I actually think that's exciting for a final. I know a lot of people may disagree, but I think it's exciting for a final. If you have a strong field, I mean, for sure.
There is certainly not a lot of variance in time domain. And I don't even think this workout, like I think this set of sandbag squats is 90 seconds, 5.5 minutes, 6.5 minutes.
Mid-teens.
10.5 minutes, 11 minutes. Let's go 11.5. And then you're at 15.5 minutes.
Mid-teens.
I think that's a slow time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like I think you're going to see, for like most people are going to be 14 to 16.
And that's the long workout. I don't know. I think you need something over 20.
Let's do the math on that chipper. Go down to that. I know it's a 14-minute cap, but maybe it's just an aggressive cap.
Let's see. This is let's give it 110. Let's be generous. 1 minute, 10 seconds. That's 220. This is
just give it 3 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll go 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's give the 20 dumbbell thrusters a minute. So 620. Let's go 630. And then here, let's go 740. And then these 10 reps. Let's go 3 a minute and be generous. I mean, that's
I was going to say like 10 to 12 at best. Yeah.
Right. I mean, you got 1 10-minute workout, I think a 13 to 15-minute workout here for anyone that's relevant. And you got nothing over 20 minutes, nothing 15 to 18 minutes. And I mean, you have this 12-minute workout, but it's got 3 minutes of rest in it. I mean, that's just a lot of I would say probably the biggest.
I think the fittest guy there will go regardless.
Right.
But I think the second spot is could very well be determined by this program. And I do think it's
I agree with that.
I do think it skews to the weightlifting for sure.
Skews to the weightlifting and just a bit wild that
I mean, it would
everything
anyway,
is-
because you have 200 points on just a barbell.
right. Not two work. Yeah, exactly. 200 points.
Saying, and then everything else is also pretty skewed towards weightlifting. So on top of that,
Weightlifting. Yeah, weightlifting. Interesting.
I do
All right,
like that. I do like that events 2 and 3, there is no weightlifting. That's good.
yeah,
what would you rate this, Bryson, on a scale of 1 to 10?
3.
JR?
The whole programming?
Yeah.
Oh. I think it's fine. Like, I don't think there's
No.
anything
1 to
crazy.
10.
I would say 7.
Dude, stop. I hate when you do that, bro. I get what you're saying. If you're thinking a 1 is the absolute worst program competition ever, and a 10 is the 2017 CrossFit Games.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with you.
Okay, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You get the essence of my statement.
No, I don't. I think the bar that we set is extremely high. I think
it's a 7 if you're like,
I think we're going to
the
see
fittest
way
person will go.
worse. I think we're going to see way worse semis programming than this. Way worse.
Really? Okay.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
this, I was going to disagree with you both. I don't think it's as bad as a 3. I think the biggest miss here is the time domain discrepancies and not having something long. I think that truly is the biggest miss. I think everything else is okay. It's a little biased towards weightlifting. There are some things that I think are a little bit gay. Like I would prefer 2 dumbbells here. I would prefer not finishing on the GHD setup here. And I really love the idea of 40 dumbbell thrusters in the middle or whatever the rep and 10s on either side with the strict deficit. Not coming back into the hang. Those are small things. Not finishing on the heavy rope. Small things. I like this workout as written. What else?
I agree that the
Isabel,
time domain thing is the biggest issue, but that in combination with also being weightlifting biased is a terrible pairing to have already. Now it's just all-
power
now it's all
output, power output
output.
time domain, like anaerobic time domain, short
Plus the
to
worst
moderate
workout
time
we'll
domain.
see this season.
Oh, this workout plus the worst workout. Okay, if with all of that context, I give it a 5.3. I was gonna give it a 6.5, but you swayed me a little bit lower. I think a 5.3. It's like, and again, it's not terrible. It's just not. There's no wow factor. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go on to the French throwdown. I don't know how to talk in French. I don't know how to speak
ask
much
Opie.
French, but I bet Bryson might could.
Oui, a papillon.
Oui, baby. Wow. And with it, here we are, mate. You fucking cunt. All right, first workout. Individual event 1. Oui. It is going to be an event on the earth. I'm tired. I'm tired just looking at this workout. Okay, I don't know how to do French. Somebody fucking send me a video of somebody talking in French so I can get it right. 1K/800 meter ski erg. 5K/4,000 meter bike erg. 2K/1,500 meter row erg. I don't hate a machine triplet. I like a all aerobic based workout. This is kind of back to you're a 5-star chef. Why are you putting the fucking cheeseburger and the french fries in the same bowl and squirting ketchup on top? Like, why is it 152? I mean, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 minutes. This is 4 minutes and this is 8 minutes. Like, what's the why behind the distribution of time allocated to each machine, and why isn't there more balance? Do you get what I mean? What I mean by that?
There could have 100%. They could have 100% made the numbers more balanced in terms of how much time you're spending on a machine, and then it would also be really easy to put them in a cool order.
Right, or it doesn't have to be balanced, but it could be like a descending order, like bike erg start, row erg in the middle, finish on the ski. Yeah. Hey, you're right, Heidi. I love a cheeseburger bowl too, but you would never get that at a fucking Michelin star restaurant because it looks like shit in a bowl, bloody shit in a bowl. this workout blows according to Hiller. Well, yeah, there's no excitement to it, but it is a great test of it'll depend on what we see in the rest of the competition, because one huge element, I think, to your general metabolic conditioning and your aerobic capacity is how you move your body through space. And the one thing that machines don't do is test an athlete it's really good with their body weight. And that's a massive element of like running, skipping rope, swimming, etc. This could just be some big fat fuck that hammers the machines. And that's one thing I don't like about it, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, and also this competition has more workouts than anything else. So
eight.
Yeah. So
okay.
I will just keep looking, and then I'll decide how I feel about this workout.
Okay. JR, wait, Daddy.
Just really, really bothered that for some reason we're not doubling the 800 on the rower and making it 1600. Why is it not working? Let's just move on.
Wow.
I didn't see I didn't even see that. Okay. That would piss me off too if I were like JR. All right, next workout, 30, 20, 10, alternating dumbbell clean and jerks, increasing weights, 15, 10, 5 burpee box jump overs. I want to know the height of the box. I fucking think this is a sick ass workout.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I love this workout. I hope it's at a 30-inch box. If it is, fucking nailed it. Yeah, I like it. And
yeah, that's interesting. They have the loads for the dumbbells,
weights,
but
not
the
that would be cool if it's even taller as well. What I just hope is this. I hope they're full dumbbell clean and jerks from the floor, like JR you did at Crucible, and like I did last weekend in Kill Taylor. That's a fucking cool ass exercise. Cool as fuck.
What do you think?
I
It'd be
love
hang
it.
or something?
Yeah, I think it could be hang.
It's alternating. I think it's probably from the floor.
Yeah, I think it's
that's
from the
cool.
floor.
If that's the case, fucking love it.
Yeah.
30.
What would be really,
15
really cool? What would be really cool is if it went like 24-inch, 30-inch, 36-inch. Like if the box went up as the dumbbell weight went up, that'd be really cool. But
that would be awesome. Okay, cool. I like the workout. Let's think about a time domain here. This is going to be a minute with the 50. This is probably going to be a minute. So we're at 2 minutes. This is probably going to be another minute. So we're at 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. This is probably 4 minutes, 4.5. I think right around 4 is going to be a solid time on this workout, depending on transitions. I love it.
It's an unbroken, pretty much sprint.
Yeah. That's a cool fucking workout. I'm going to do this shit. Do that shit, bruh. Okay, next
workout.
Yeah. Nah.
Would you beat Roman in that?
Maybe get over. Yes, I would beat Roman in this workout. Get the fuck off of
me. Who's the best guy at this competition?
Probably Colin Bossard, and he's not there.
Luke.
Parker?
Luke.
Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Luke. Get out of town if you think Luke Parker's beating me anything with the dumbbell and burpees.
No, you asked who the best person in this competition is. I said Luke. I think Luke's the best person here.
Next.
Uldis is here too, I think.
Yeah, Uldis Ubenix, Georgios Garabes. Fuck, there's another guy, Enrico Zanoni. There are some games athletes, bro.
Is this a 2-score?
This next one? I don't know. I don't think it should be.
No,
it should not be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I saw this workout and thought it was cool as fuck too, but it's a lot. 3, 2, 1, go. 100 wall ball shots. We have no idea how heavy. I'm hoping it's just a 20 and a 14 because you don't need something more heavy with what's coming after. You got 100 wall ball shot buy-in, then 3 rounds of 20 deadlifts at 315 to 05, and then 20 wall-facing handstand push-ups. That's a fucking meaty ass fucking couplet, dude.
Yeah, this is one that's like we can look at the rest of the programming. The one we just had was really fast.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't anything to slow you down.
Right.
There's a lot of shoulders. There's a lot of pressing. There's going to be a lot of shoulders here, especially.
And a lot of pulling, dude.
Especially because the wall ball shots first to light your shoulders up. So like when I see this workout, it's just all going to be about how you manage the 20 wall facing. That's the workout. It doesn't matter to me. Like you could pull singles on the deadlifts. And if you can get through the 20s fast, like 60 after the 100 wall balls is going to be really, really hard.
Yeah. And that, but also If you've ever done a wall ball deadlift couplet, you know something that probably not a lot of people know, and that is it is a fucking despicable combination of weightlifting exercises that is so fucking hard. And that's coming after you absolutely blitzing 60 dumbbell clean and jerks that do get up to a 95 or a near 100-pound dumbbell. I mean, when you're sprinting, they're going to feel that a little bit.
Yeah. There's a lot of shoulders between these two workouts.
A lot of shoulders and a lot of pulling from the floor between these two workouts.
I do think that it's a lot, like the wall facing are really, really, really important, but I don't think that it's just wall facing. I think the deadlift will matter.
I agree.
I think from a programming standpoint, if it's not what you want, it's not what you want, and that's cool. I don't know what's coming. If there's a 5-round workout coming, I will take this back. But if it's me, I go 100 into 5 rounds of 10 and 10 and just maintain some more intensity. Right?
Yeah. That was the biggest thing I saw looking at this workout was, man, this is kind of like
we're 6 rounds of 10 and 10. Sorry.
It's kind of like Damn Diane, where like there's not a lot of people in the world that can hit this workout at the intensity that it's kind of intended for. But I'm all for a slightly overprogrammed, fat, meaty, girthy couplet. I like it.
Especially, I think, for two things. One, because we know this competition has a lot of workouts. And I haven't looked further than this, but just based off the 2 workouts before this, there's nothing ever stopping you. So the first one is a longer workout, but there's nothing, obviously you're just on machines. You're going to keep moving the whole time. There's nothing stopping you in the second one either, especially for the people who are competent. Like you said, it's just a sprint. I'm fine with a workout like Taylor said, that's this meaty that you're going to have to break things up, and you will do better by having to break things up less, not by being able to go unbroken.
Yeah.
Is that it definitely falls under the grinder category for sure.
For sure. Okay. No. Next. 4-time a chipper. And up and back chipper. A little bit of a different chipper. A little fish and chips chipper. 90 double unders with a heavy rope. 30-meter handstand walks. That would be 90 feet-ish.
100 feet.
60. Huh?
100 feet.
Stop.
15 meters is 50 feet.
Whatever, dude. Stop it. Okay, 90 dubs, 90-foot handstand walk, 60 GHC sit-ups, 30-meter handstand walk, 90 heavy rope dubs, 60 toes to bar, 30-meter handstand walk, 90 heavy dubs. It's a really odd.
I like it.
But it's odd because it goes 90, 30, 60, 30, 90, 60, 30, 90. So
Yeah,
I would rather it started with the handstand walk and it go 30, 90, 60, 30, 90, 60, 30, 90, or started like this, 90, 30, which I like best, and finish like that. 90, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60.
I think you're looking for that 430 after the 90 in the middle. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
it's like that last 30 isn't there.
I get that, but I'm also thinking I wish it didn't end on double unders. I wish it ended on the handstand walk.
Yeah.
I like putting GHDs and toes to bar in the same workout. That's actually not a lot of people have the balls to do it. I fucking love that.
Same.
Love it.
Yeah. I would have liked one or the other because this workout is a lot of grip, especially if you leave it toes to bar and then it's clearly grip because we've had a ton of pressing up to this point. And yeah, I mean, that's just my preference. I think you leave it all GHD, you leave it all toes to bar, but I think it's cool they did both.
I'm a big fan of both.
Me too. Let's see how long this workout takes. How long did that last workout take? We didn't go over it. Let's say 400 wall balls. Let's go 4 minutes. Just be generous because people are going to break it. They need to break it.
It's tight. It's pretty tight.
4 minutes. A minute and a half. At least. Let's go. Let's say each round is, 3 minutes. That's 9 plus 4.
Pretty tight.
13. That's at best, I think, is like a 13-minute time. Wow. That is tight. Okay. Now this workout, we've got a minute, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, 9.5, 10.5. I think at best, probably 11 to 13 again.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this too. They've got workout 1 is 2, 10, that's 12, 8. That's a 20-minute. Best people are going to be 18 minutes, maybe. Probably not. I don't know. Around 18, 19. And then, wait, am I reading that right? Sorry, 4 minutes. 8 minutes. That's 12 plus 10. So, okay, I think best people are around 20 minutes.
No, you're right. It's going to be like 18. Yeah.
4, 13 to 16, 11 to 13. I love the spread so far. I think if you're going to have a time domain of workouts where you have most of your workouts, it should be between 8 and 15 minutes. Let's go next. Heavy Isabel. So we've got that shorter workout now. This is going to be for the best, closer to that like 5 to 7 minute time domain. Next. Oh, wow. This is another competition that's mayhem. Now they've got another really sprint workout. I'm cool with it. They've got 2 more events still. Fucking A. Okay, running. What is Nancy French Throwdown? Nancy fuck today. That's what I thought it meant at first.
This is my favorite workout of the competition.
400-meter run, 20-meter axle bar, overhead walking lunge, 135, 85. Or
I
130.
don't like calling it Nancy if you're not going to squat.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, a lunge is a squat, Bryson. It's
This
a unilateral.
workout is filthy. It's so bad.
Great workout. I just don't like calling it Nancy.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. We got a little bit of running. We still don't have any rope climbs.
There really isn't a lot of pulling.
No, there's no rope climbs, no chest to bar pull-ups.
The bar muscle ups is it.
There's the bar muscle ups and toes bars hanging.
Yeah, there definitely hasn't been a lot of upper body pulling.
Okay, chest to bar is what they finish with. 24, 18, 12, chest to bar pull-up, sandbag squats, 12, 9, 6. I don't hate that. I wish it were
we see a lot of similar minds, right, with the programming, or at least maybe giving similar feedback. We see the heavy rope double under and the handstand walk in the same workout for both competitions. We see sandbag squat heavy in both competitions. We just see some. You can just tell that the same group of people that are at least saying, hey, did you think about this? You think about this? Are probably the same people.
Yeah. These graphics are sick. Way better than Wodland Fest.
Yeah. 8 is a lot, man. I'm gonna say
how many days?
For 3 days, 8 is I was shocked when I saw it was 8.
I like 8.
And there could be 8 workouts that are like, okay, it's 8, but it's not too bad. Those look bad.
Those are real. Yeah, people are gonna be sore as fuck, but I like that, dude. I'm gonna pee real quick before we get into the next.
Yeah, I don't mind the 8 at all. I don't think it's too much. It is going to be a really brutal competition, but if you're qualifying people for the games, I think that's fine. And then I saw a comment earlier, I don't remember who it was from, but someone was asking if someone was basically saying that the spread of having one competition only having 5 and this one having 8 is too big of a spread for qualifying people to the games. I completely disagree. I don't think Mayhem having 5 has anything to do with or affects my opinion at all of this competition having 8. I think it's completely separate.
I think the type of workouts that they had to do at Mayhem, as demanding as those were, in the turnarounds that they had to do them in, it would have been irresponsible to give them more than what they did. I think, it's 2 days, guys. You never do more than 2 or 3 workouts in a day unless you're at the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
So why in a 2-day competition would they do 6? Why would they do 3 and 3? Why would they do more than that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Apparently there's a carry after the squats. Did you see that?
Yep.
What is the carry?
There's just like a...
Is it like a carry to the finish, or is it each round?
No, it's each round. So I think you do the squats and you do like a down back carry back to the rig.
Oh, true. I forgot about that element of the workout. Yeah, after each round, complete 1 back and forth of sandbag carry. I'm sure they can do it.
Heidi, it is completely separate. My opinion of how I feel about 5 events and how I feel about 8 events have nothing to do with each other. I don't care what Mayhem did to affect my opinion of this competition having 8 or vice versa. It is completely separate.
What's completely separate?
The fact that someone said earlier, don't you think that there's too much of a variance between Mayhem having 5 events and this competition having 8 events? And I said, no, I think that 5 events is fine when you do it the way Mayhem did it. And I think 8 events here is fine the way they do it. And I don't think Mayhem having 5 affects my opinion of this one having 8, or this one having 8 affects my opinion of Mayhem having 5 at all.
I think potentially. Let me just go through these workouts and think about who's winning this competition out of the Mayhem field with these workouts. Let me see. Okay, let's just start with the back. Colton's winning this workout. Absolute fucking rape. Not a bad workout for Colton, but also I would say it's probably top 5 for him at Mayhem.
I think Colton and Austin still get top 5 here.
We know how that one turned out. I think this is a better workout for Colton than the GHD dumbbell overhead lunge.
I 100% agree.
This part is amazing for Colton.
Yeah.
Oh, he destroys this piece. Okay, because the wall ball is really irrelevant. It's like setting people up.
And he beats Austin here.
Also destroys this workout. I mean,
is Austin a good deadlifter?
I don't know.
Do you think nothing changes, or do you think Colton wins here?
I think nothing changes because of this workout.
Okay. I
think Austin wins, Colton takes second, or if anything, it's really fucking close, or Colton barely beats Austin. So with that, and I'm like thinking of the event, I'm like, okay, well, with 8 events, there is more opportunity to expose weakness. Would it change who won those events? But I think going through this just loosely, I don't think it changes the 2 who go, honestly. So I don't know.
I think 5 workouts gives you less room.
Shut the fuck up, Hiller.
Gives you less room for error in terms of making sure you program it well. But I think Mayhem was programmed very well, which is why I don't have a problem with them only doing 5 workouts.
I'll say this. Both of these competitions are pushing the line. I don't really like 5, and I don't really like 8. I would prefer 6 to 7. That's just me. I really don't like 5. I'm just,
for 2 days. I don't think 6 in 2 days is responsible at all.
Yeah.
Then why be a semifinal? Why be a semifinal if you can only handle 2 days?
Because they did a really good job of running a 2-day competition with 5 workouts.
Shut up.
And the original comment, Taylor, the original comment was talking about them in contrast to each other and saying it was too much variance between semifinals.
I look, I don't care about that as much as I care about, look, you're going to have all these athletes fly all the way out. They're going to have this whole experience. I don't know. I would prefer, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying they have to do it. I'm saying I like 3 days better. Do 6 or 7 events. 8 in 3 days is too much. 5 in 2 days is still a little gay. Hey, it's all good.
What I really like about,
by that, I mean, it's happy. And they shouldn't be happy after an event.
What I really like about the fact that they did 8 was that it allowed them to do 2 things. Most of the time, if you only have 6 or 7 and you're like, hey, we need to run, like we got to run. And everyone should be saying that to themselves. If you're sending someone to the CrossFit games, you need to be testing running. So most people are just going to say, hey, let's put the running in the long one. That's what we're seeing for most people, right? We saw it at Copasur. We saw it at Mayhem. We saw it at the one we just looked at, Wodland. But since they had 8, it was really cool that they put their 400-meter repeats in a medium time domain, and they used the long for the machine, which is pretty cool because having a mile of running and a lot of aerobic work on machines is not something you're probably going to do unless you're okay biasing to the monostructural side if you have 6 events.
Well, I think the machine being in the longer one too also balances it out a little bit more when you have other workouts that are really heavy and sprinty and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't just make it the biggest dude is going to win the machine workout. Now it's like, hey, yeah, the big dude has an advantage for sure, but you still have to be able to breathe.
I think this is the best argument for 5 tests, and Emily's saying athletes also have multiple ways to qualify. So if you think 5 workouts isn't enough to test you, then sign up for French Throwdown or do online semifinals, etc. I think beyond that, Mayhem potentially is thinking, wow, we're the first event. These guys are going to go through a fucking ringer trying to get through the games. We don't need to destroy them. And in that context, okay, I'm okay with it. I just would prefer 6 to 7. Cool. Okay, I like these. What would you rate this 1 to 10? I gave Wodland a 5.3. Bryson gave it a 3. JR gave it a 7. So that's it. Hold on, let me do the average on Wodland Fest real quick, gentlemen. 3 plus 5.3 plus 7 divided by okay, it's a 5.1. Cool. I think that's perfect. Okay, this one.
7.7.
Ooh,
Okay,
I was
a
going to say
7.7.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryson a 7.8.
Yeah. JR's scale is from 7.0 to 8.0. That's his
I know.
10-point scale.
I know, and that's fucking annoying. I give it.
That's not true, guys.
It is true, dude. Stop it. I give it a 7 flat for the simple reason that they're copying this workout and they're copying Heavy Isabel, and I'm just not like.
It's probably part
They're
of the
not
group.
copying. They have to do
Hey,
that.
dude. Oh, they have to do Heavy Isabel?
Yeah.
It's probably part of the agreement is that, like, hey, if we're partnering.
What agreement?
That everyone who's a Mayhem competition is doing those 2 workouts.
Okay, well, they're still not the Mayhem Throwdown. It's the French Throwdown. Write your own fucking workouts, Bryson. So I give it a 7.
Well, then they don't get that Mayhem athlete money.
I don't give
they
a
don't
fuck.
Get that
I'm just
Cookville
saying.
money, bro.
That's why I give them a 7, asshole.
Okay.
You can't tell me why I can't do that.
Well, we're talking about the programming.
Yeah, and because they have a workout that every other competition has, it knocks them down a couple fucking rungs. Okay, let's go. 5.1 for Wodland. 7.7, that's JR's gurgle. And 7.8, that's Bryson's. And then I just gave him a 7 divided by 3. And that's a 7.5. A 7.5 versus a 5.1. That's a pretty big. It's pretty big. Okay. Next. What do we got next? Oh, that was Anal Akai's Instagram. Let's go back. Oh, and here we go. This is probably okay. Here's the deal. Oh, God. This is the only event that qualifies teams to the CrossFit Games.
Correct.
Let me reiterate this.
That's a very important point for multiple different reasons.
This is the only event that is qualifying teams to the CrossFit Games. I'm going to start with Carolyn Prevost's first comment. If you guys put a run, you shouldn't have it with a pull-up bar so people could actually find a place to run the 800 meter, i.e. a track. Some affiliates are in major cities with a bunch of traffic lights, etc. Etc. This is going to be a shit show and very unfair to compare between places at different climates, etc. And not to mention the cheating that happens when people measure these runs. I want to address a couple things. There needs to be running to qualify someone to the CrossFit Games. I don't give a fuck if you're a team athlete, an individual. I don't fucking care if you sit in a fucking wheelchair. You need to wheel your fucking ass out the door and at least fucking wheel yourself across a distance and come fucking back to be a CrossFit Games athlete. And if you have fucking legs, yeah, you have to run. You have to run.
What if you have legs and they don't work and you're in a wheelchair?
You still should be wheelchairing over a distance.
Okay.
I'm not going to call it running. What should I call it? Wheeling? Wheelchairing?
Rolling.
Wheelineering? Okay, rolling. Yeah, you should be rolling and not like Molly, like in your wheelchair rolling. You have to fucking run, and shuttle runs don't cut it. I don't give a fuck. Shuttle runs suck dick. I like that CrossFit, let me lead with this. I fucking love that CrossFit is getting out of the box and saying, hey, we need you guys to run. I also do not think for one fucking second it is CrossFit HQ's responsibility to prevent everyone from cheating. Here's the fucking deal. If we've become a community of cheaters, that's on you. It's not on fucking CrossFit. CrossFit's telling you to run 800 meters. If you don't do that, it's not their fault. It's yours, you fucking cheater. Don't be a fucking cheater. Here are ways to maximize your performance potential or your score on this workout without fucking cheating. Find a track that has a pull-up bar. Find a course that's mostly downhill for you somehow that also has a pull-up bar right outside of it. Run in perfect weather. Be not at altitude. There are a lot of things that are going to cause a lot of discrepancies for a lot of people's scores on these workouts. That's kind of the nature of the beast of online competition. The same applies to fucking pull-up bars. The same applies to climbing ropes. The same applies to brands of GHDs. The same applies
equipment.
Same applies to fucking rowers and climate, echo bikes, etc. Your own fucking jump rope. It applies to all of it. So I think they're doing the right thing by trying to get creative and find a way to run, a best way to run. I do think that some people are going to experience rain. Some people are going to experience altitude. Some won't. That's tough. Well, tough fucking shit. Be a fit team. You have to run.
And this is the same thing as the step ups from last year. Everyone was like, oh, they could have just made it step overs and then we wouldn't have had this issue with people not extending their hip. It's like, no, people could just move to standard and then we wouldn't have an issue with people not extending their hip.
There you go.
Hold the fucking line. Just because Paige Powers moves like shit doesn't mean that we have to change how we program and that now we can't test step ups because she won't stand up all the way. That you can't just limit that because of people not doing the right thing. And, you know, on the Mayhem podcast earlier, Scott and Angela are talking about how it's such a terrible idea to run. It's mainly Scott talking about how it's such a terrible idea to run an online competition. And these cheaters are definitely going to affect the top 20 that make it to the games. Hey, you know what else affects all of the top 20 that make it to the games? Not fucking running. Especially in a team competition where you have all these fucking fat fucks who are just power output and they're doing interval workouts. And that's why they do teams so that they can rest while their buddy goes. You need to test running. That will affect 100% of the top 20. If someone cheats and affects the top 20, maybe it's one team. But again, the people who are making it to the games are probably not going to risk it anyway.
Hey, here's the thing. It could be 10 teams. It could be 10 teams cheating. But listen, if you're a fucking teams athlete and you're competing at the games and there are 10 other teams good enough to do well enough on the other workouts and cheat on one and qualify, then at the games, if you know they fucking cheated, send fucking Hiller a message, buddy. Like, I'm sorry. The way you eradicate cheating is by making it intolerable within the community. Don't fucking tolerate it. Yeah, if we catch a fucking cheater like Kale potentially, this is what happens. If you catch a team athlete cheating, this is what fucking happens. Ricky fucking Garrett, they're shooting up a little fucking juice, special juice in his fucking dunny. He gets ousted. That's what happens. Okay? It's not CrossFit's fucking responsibility. And running is the single most fucking important thing a human fucking being can do. And let me make one more fucking statement because there's really fucking stupid fucking post here. Where is this fucking here we go. Then you have a Kale Lehman team at the games. Then what happens to Kale Lehman happens.
Kale Lehman got called the fuck out.
Right. And that's great. That's great if that happens. Yeah. Hey, guess what? If that happens at the games this year for team, it'll be the most anyone has ever talked about teams at the games ever.
Yeah, and the 19 fittest teams are still going to be there.
Fucking A. All right.
The people who are going to make it to the games, one, probably are not going to risk it, especially on the individual side. I don't know if there's like 8 or 11 qualifying spots in North America, whatever it is. Those 8 people, if we test running in the individuals, are not going to risk fucking cheating for their game spot anyway.
They might. And those people are fucking douchebags. And
if they do, they're going to get caught. And people are going to know about it. But
All right,
and
now
also
that
if you're going to the games and your gym doesn't have a fucking rig close to your running course, so you have to go upstairs to do it, figure it the fuck out. You're a games athlete, dude. You should take whatever measures you need to take to go find a track with a pull-up bar on it or whatever you need to do.
Right.
If
And
you
this
want
is
to
the
go to
other
the
thing.
games, figure it the fuck out. We need to test this shit.
Other thing here, I hate more than anything else a group of athletes that are so fucking good saying, well, what about the people that are going to cheat? Be so fucking fit that you beat people who cheat.
Dude,
When the fatso
yeah.
next to you is scaling in class, you should want to destroy them the more that they scale it. Like, I don't know how to communicate what it takes to be a fucking winner. I haven't won fucking shit in my
Angelo
life.
brought this up earlier. He called it the Paige Powers clause, where she got bumped down to 600 spot, and you don't know if someone in 550th was also moving to standard because they didn't check those videos. Hey, guess what? That's the price you pay for being that fit, or in her case, moving that shitty that you end up in a position where they're going to review your video. Move to standard. Be fitter. Whatever it is, you have control over that. Yeah, it sucks that she got her video reviewed and there's someone in 549th who's not going to get their video reviewed. That's above her now. But it doesn't matter. She put herself in a position to get her video reviewed and she had 100% control over extending her hip at the top of that box. So that's a stupid fucking clause. The PP clause sucks.
And the other thing is this. Here's this. CrossFit is fucking 20-something years old. The CrossFit Games, younger. Are we just going to go its entire existence without testing real fucking running before you get to the games? I don't know about you, but I'm fucking tired of seeing Bronislaw Olinkowicz take fucking last place in every workout where you have to fucking walk more than 200 meters. Okay, I'm fucking sick of it. Running is more important than being able to snatch 300 pounds. I don't give a fuck. That is the hard fucking truth. And if you can't swallow that, then you should go practice something. You should go practice swallowing something a lot more unpleasant than me telling you that running is more important than a heavy snatch.
No one should be able to go to the games without being tested on their running. And people have qualified straight to the games through the open before. And it should never be like that again unless we're going to start running in the open. And you know what? If they decide to fucking do that next year, good for them.
Lastly, okay, I have said that like 5 times, but really lastly, they've got to introduce it somehow. There are going to be growing pains. If you're an elite level athlete, don't fucking complain. Make it fucking work.
If you're worried about someone beating you, just get fitter and go faster on your run when you're not cheating.
It's not even
and
that.
Hey, remember when Bryson told us he disagrees with Taylor a lot? Hey, every time I agree with Taylor, you can't just comment this CrossFat. That's a stupid fucking comment. I can never agree with him again now just because I said I don't
sucks,
always
cock.
agree with him.
Listen, I was making my point that just make it work as a top level athlete and be a fucking example of it working. Run your 800 hard. Do the workout like you would any other fucking workout, training workout that has running at your affiliate. Holy fuck. Now that we've fucking destroyed some of these fucking woke ass hats, and I'm not calling anyone in these comments woke. I'm just saying anyone complaining about it, you're kind of being a fucking woke ass hat. Now we can fucking properly ass fuck this programming because it's not that great.
It still sucks. It still sucks, but it doesn't suck because of the running.
The running is sick. I love the running, and fuck you if you hate it.
I think they definitely need to test running to go to the CrossFit Games for sure. I think the precedent that this sets is that the individuals will run. And if you don't think you're going to run after this came out, like there's no way, whether you do shuttle runs or do running like this. Remember stage 1 of the games. Yes, they sent judges out. Yes, there were things you had to do. I think the execution of this one, because it was all 4 of you leave, and it wasn't like, hey, 2 of you go run while 2 of you are doing max clean and jerks. And then when you get back from the run, you switch to where your teammates are like, where are you guys at? Or whatever. There was something where people weren't thinking to themselves, oh, so they're just going to go stand behind the building for 3 minutes and then walk back inside and do.
If you do that, you're a fucking piece of shit.
So anyway.
And I will fuck your ass so bad if I find out about it.
I think the way that they do it in the individual will say a lot. I think it would be great if, let's just say they did a workout that was, let's say they did Helena from the games and they did 3 rounds of 400 meter run. 12 bar muscle up, 21 dumbbell snatch, right? And they said, hey, when you measure your run course, you have to go take 3 cones out there with you and you have to put them there. And then every time you come back in from the run, you have to throw one of the cones down. So it just proves that you actually went out there and you got a cone.
Didn't they do that? They did that in online.
Right. That's
naughty or nasty.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I assume that it will be a little tighter, and I assume that you'll have to submit a video and it won't just be after the fact. Where I'll push back though is in like Crucible 2025 online qualifier is going to have 50 foot of space. Breaking news, guys. 50-foot shuttle runs are possible inside of a gym. And if you don't have 50 foot of open space, you can run outside 20 feet and then back inside. But I think if you do a shuttle run that's 50 feet, you can see who can run and who can't because the turning around happens so much less frequently. And I still think that you could do that. I think running outside is fine if they want to go down that path. But I still think that if space is an issue, do them outside then. But I think long shuttle runs can also work in competition and out of competition.
Yeah, I just don't want to see them. I think they're fucking dumb. I mean,
I don't think that long shuttle runs are necessarily bad. I think the longer you can make the shuttle runs, the better it becomes than 25-foot shuttle runs. But I think the 800-meter runs are way better than any sort of long shuttle run they could do.
Also, shout out to CrossFit. Here's where they're fucking taking a fat W, and that is they have the cleanest presentation of their workouts, without a doubt. Yeah. Please continue being the gold standard of making a workout digestible. But actually, what's just as important as that, guys, or actually more important, is making the workouts fucking good. And I love this workout. It's just tired. It's tired, and it looks just like a 5-round for fucking time semifinal workout from last year, where half the workouts in the competition were 5 rounds for time, and it's fucking clean and jerks just like the first open workout, and it's fucking burpees over something just like the first open workout. It's just like, what are we doing? It's 135.95. We've been here. We've done this. Is it a good workout? Yes. Is it the same as everything else that you've been doing? Yes. Thoughts?
I agree. I don't dislike the workout, but it just is a little bit lame. And it seems like when you have a team of 4 people and you're testing them as a team, like you could make this really cool and have people do different things, or have some people make it an interval, or like a you go, I go with partners where one pair does the clean and jerks, then burpees, and the other pair does the burpees, then clean and jerks. So just switch it up so that it's like there's something else going on. It just seems kind of.
Is there any way to get an online competition using a worm, like for them to measure a worm in online competition? I mean, is there a way to do that? JR?
I mean,
you would have no one signing up to do it.
Why?
People don't have worms.
Unless you told them at the beginning of the season, hey,
you need a
online
worm.
semifinal is going to have worms, and it has to be a rogue worm, and it has to be these specs. Like, I just don't.
If you're a team trying to go to the games, you should have one of those.
That's what I was about to say.
And I think fair fucking game. No to the Echo Bike, but 100% yes to a worm. It's the same thing as a barbell. I mean, what are you going to stand on a scale with your fucking barbell?
I think they would probably make it a certain brand of, like, it would have to be a rogue worm
and a standardized insert.
And then also, to your point, this is a semifinal. It's not quarterfinals.
Right.
I think it's fine to program a worm because any team who wants to go to the game should have one anyway. And then if you don't have one and you can't do it, well, you probably weren't going to go to the games anyway. So they don't need to program this to make everyone who's in a qualifying spot for semifinals to be able to do the workout. They only need to worry about the people who can qualify for the games.
That's crazy. That kind of does look like Stephen Hawking's chair. Hey, does that have a remote control in the fucking arm? Oh my God.
Yeah, so just initial thoughts on this workout is I know they're doing a 1 rep max, right, for 3 attempts on front squat, but I still think this needs to be heavier. So it needs to be 185, 135 for 15, or it needs to be like 10 reps at 225, 155, or 165. So
I think overall tired, lacks creativity. Next.
Also, I don't know if that's the same video as the one on YouTube, but the very first rep
Did you hear that?
a female does of the clean and jerks is a no rep.
Did you hear that? You didn't hear that.
We heard it.
Oh, you heard my fart?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. Lucas Cepeda. Oh, big no rep, buddy. Okay, next 75 synchro dumbbell cleans. That's kind of cool. Dual dumbbell, I'm assuming.
3 work, 1 rest on that.
3 work, 1 rest.
Yeah.
So 3 people are synchro doing cleans?
Yeah.
What the fuck? 50 box jump overs. 75 synchro dumbbell shoulder overhead, 50 box jump overs. Why 3 work, 1 rest?
Just 3-person synchro with 1 out. And the box jump over, though, you do as same-sex pairs, and you have to alternate reps. So I jump over 24-inch, then you jump over, then I jump over, then you jump over, then I jump over, then you jump over.
I like
And
the
we get
numbers.
50
The numbers
total
look,
between me and you, and then the females get 50 total between them.
Right.
I like this workout. I think this is I don't know. I don't hate this workout.
I think this is the hardest workout. It's the hardest one. Right.
Really?
Yeah, because when you get to the thrusters and it's synchro at the top, and you have to hold up there for 1/1000 to wait on someone to get there, and it's just a ton of time under tension. I think this is just going to kind of be a grind. Like, I think 3-person is cool. But we just were in the front rack with a clean, and we just jerked overhead, and now we have cleans again, and we're pressing overhead twice. I know it's semantics because the order is not the order you have to do it in. I'm just saying from a programming standpoint.
True.
I'm hoping to see something with a snatch, or else it's going to be nothing but 95-pound snatches that get teams to the CrossFit Games. In the open.
I hate that, and I hate myself for not noticing that sooner. Just clean and jerks and clean and jerks.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
I agree with you. I like the workout itself, but I don't like having clean and jerks twice.
Fuck no. 100 wall balls, 100 toes to bar, 100 calorie row, 100 toes to bar, 100 wall balls for time. And male female pairs, each pair completes the following. So can you guys go like side by side, or one pair goes?
Yeah, so if us 3 and Angelo are a team, you and Bryson start on a row on the wall balls, and me and Angelo start on the wall balls. When we're both done, we can go to the toes to bar. When we're both done, we can get on the row. When we're both done, so you can only go as fast as your slowest team.
Yeah.
I mean, which is it's good from the standpoint of, hey, let's expose somebody that might be weak at one of these movements. But I think just lining them up and letting them race within the team would be really cool. So like you just both do it for time and you add your times together.
Yeah, I just wonder, would this not be a workout to do male pairs and then female pairs, and then have the women row 80 calories? Because also now you have a male female pair, so you need 4 medicine balls.
Yeah, but if you get,
the men are going to get,
you should have
men are going to get blasted.
I'm not saying they shouldn't not have 4 medicine balls. I'm just saying, hey, like this workout could be so much cleaner, and the women would have to row more if you made it female pairs and gave them less calories. Because now the women aren't going to do shit on the rower, because why would the women row at all?
The men are going to get buried on this.
You're paired with a man. If you make it female pairs, then it's less clunky, and the women actually have to row, and it's the same workout for both pairs.
I like the movement combination a lot. I like row, wall ball, toes to bar. It's just a really good, like, classic. Yeah. She's right.
When you pull up,
everyone qualified.
When you pull up a comment, and might like to do that again, Bryson. Look at JR. He kind of looks like a Turkish woman, and now put her away. Okay, next. Sorry. Here we go. 800-meter run, 100 pull-ups. 800-meter run, 100 chest to bar pull-ups. 800-meter run, 100 muscle-ups. So presumably it's just like, you're running together. Presumably it's just like 20, 20, or some variation of that through the chest to bar. And then it's ring muscle ups, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Wow. I love it. I like the workout. That is a
I don't
challenging
like
workout I was just going to say that's a really challenging workout to pair with the run, in the sense that who's got a rig at the start and finish of their 800, whereas gyms have doors, gyms have ramps. Some teams might have outdoor rigs, which is a huge advantage. Yeah, so in that sense, I think it's better off pairing running with something that you could take to any run course, a barbell, a dumbbell, a sandbag, whatever. I don't know. But I do like the workout. Like if I'm thinking of a team, like if me and you were doing this workout and it's 850, 850, 850, that'd be a fucking fun workout.
I think it's
Thoughts?
I just don't like the pull-ups, and I think it's all muscle ups. So like the same, like not a descending rep scheme there. I think it's all.
I think it's a lot of running too.
Yeah. But I just mean in terms of like the gymnastics movements they could have chose, or the rep scheme they could have chose.
But I think it should be. I think it should be make the muscle ups as hard as fucking possible by doing X amount of pulling reps prior to. And if you want running actually tested, 1.5 miles is a substantial amount.
I just wonder if that's what you want, why not just make it 50, 50, 50 muscle, or maybe like 35, 35, 35 muscle, or whatever. Like just make it all muscle ups then. Because if all you want to test is running
3 rounds for time, 800-meter run, 35 muscle ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a programming standpoint, we've seen one synchro gymnastics movement, the burpee, and box jump over, so 2. But we've had some synchro dumbbell movements, and I think especially to get people to the games, we probably just need to do a hanging movement synchro. So like they could have done, 80, 60, 40. You just need 2 sets of rings. I think that would have been a really good challenge. But just in general, looking at the workout, even if you're going to save your athlete that's amazing at ring muscle ups and can like rip a set of 25 to start, and you're not going to have them do a whole lot of pull-ups prior to, I think this workout could just be run a mile, do 100 muscle ups as a team. Like I think it's the same. I think it's the same team. I think it's all just going to be about when you get to the rings. I mean, I'm sure there's a minimum work requirement, but if you have a weaker link, it's going to really, really, really be exposed on the muscle ups. So
I was going to say 1 mile, 100, 1 mile, or maybe even 150 in the middle. But I was about to suggest like, hey, they could have just made it a mile run on the and bookend muscle ups.
All right, last one. Oh God, this is just fucking embarrassing.
Hey, I have a question for you real quick on that workout.
Yeah.
Let's just throw the judging thing out the window. And let's say you have plenty of judges. No, it's not a big deal, right? You have a judge per person if you need one. Do you think anything would have been lost from this workout by doing 300 dubs, 100 pull-ups, 300 dubs, 100 chest bar, 300 dubs per person?
Yeah.
Do you think anything would have been lost by subbing that out for the run?
Yeah.
What?
Running.
Yeah, running.
No, I'm just saying based on like I'm saying workout.
I think different people do well. Different people do well.
100% different people do well.
Completely different people.
Dude, think about
because you're going to come inside and maybe rest for 2 straight minutes before you have to go out and do another 800. Because I disagree.
I just think running is different than double unders. And when you're saying, okay, each 300, 100, so each person does 300 double unders and 100 pull-ups.
No. I'm just saying how everyone runs and everyone has to do it. Everyone has to do 300 double unders every time.
Okay. So so you think it's, well, explain to me.
This is what I'm saying. If you make them do that monostructural movement instead of a run, and if it doesn't change who does well in the workout, then why is the run so necessary is what I'm asking.
I
'Cause it
think it
does
does
change.
change who does. Yeah, I think it does change
Yeah.
who does well in the workout.
Because the format of the workout is not, hey, as soon as I get done running, I have to work. The worst runner could get done and not do anything and just let their teammates do all the reps.
But
and
the
then go
worst
running.
runner still isn't going to be able to run fast enough.
And
Whereas
also,
someone like Danny
yeah.
Spiegel, listen, Danny Spiegel, she can't run an 8-minute fucking mile, dude. But she could probably do 300 double unders unbroken, no problem. That's the
think
difference.
of somebody like Dallin too.
Oh, dude, or Tudor Magda obliterates double
Right.
unders. The guy fucking got ass clapped at NorCal in a run.
And
dude.
also, that's just the nature of team competitions, I think. You should be able to, a certain extent, there should be workouts where you can hide one person a little bit. Shouldn't be 100%. Like, yeah, those 3 athletes who are going to do all the gymnastics rep have to pay the price for that. It's not 100% hiding the guy who can't do 1 ring muscle up, because now we're rotating between 3 people instead of 4. But that's why we're testing teams. If we weren't doing that, we would just do an individual competition and no teams. You should be able to hide someone just a little bit. And I think running makes it an entirely different workout. You couldn't replace with any other movement besides running.
I think in this workout, the running does matter a lot, because I don't think pull-ups take anywhere near as long as an 800-meter run. And I don't think chest to bar pull-ups take anywhere near as long as an 800-meter run. I think the muscle-ups arguably could take as long as a mile of running, but not as long as the 1.5 total. So I still think that majority of the time in the workout is spent on the running. I don't know. I disagree that double unders would be a suitable replacement.
Yeah, and running is the only thing I think that could go there that, to your point, couldn't be replaced with another movement. So if you do it with double unders, you could also do it with box jump overs, and the same people who win with double unders would win with box jump overs. But no one who would win with running would do the same with another movement that you could put in. You can't switch it out for row. You can't switch it out for double unders.
Yeah, I mean, I think those 2 bounding movements are completely different. So I would disagree that the same people who are amazing at double unders are going to be amazing at hundreds of box jump overs. But
that's fair. But I do get to Bryson's point. The people who do the best at running, it would be a different group. I think at double unders, I think it'd be a different group at rowing. I think it'd be a different. I think, yeah.
I think the runs are going to matter a lot for the people they should matter for, and those are the people going to the games, because it's going to be who can get to the rings first. So the teams that are all really good at muscle ups, if you can run harder and get there a minute earlier and get started and get 20 in the bank, then you win the workout. So from that standpoint, the run will end up mattering a lot for the games teams. For sure.
Okay, this is a fucking brain dead ass fucking comment.
I
Let me
just
tell
looked
you
on
why.
this.
Grant Baird, Echo Bike for online over running. Here's why this is the most brain dead retard fucking shit ever. Version 1 Echo Bike, I can do 30 cals in a minute holding fucking 450 watts. No fucking problem. It tracks calories so fucking fast. Version 3 Echo Bike, completely different. How much does someone have to pay for shipping in Mexico for an Echo Bike? They have to pay $600. You know how much they have to pay to fucking run outside? Nothing. So yeah, 100% Echo Bike for online.
Yeah, that's stupid. Also, even if you require version 3 Echo Bikes, hey, I'm just gonna fucking twist one of my fan blades.
Oof.
And then it counts.
Well, that's a bad argument, because someone could just cheat the run too.
Yeah, I know, but I would say that you could, but I'm just saying that it's not better. I think they should put Echo Bikes in online competition.
I don't. I disagree. I think running is better.
I agree running is better because of the movement. I think is more important to test than an Echo Bike when we already have rowers in online competition. But in terms of like being able to test it online, I don't think one is better than the other.
I think the long story short about this programming is it's same as the open programming to me. And God, I don't even want to talk about the fucking front squat total. Seriously.
This is really,
it's team athletes. They can all front squat, dude. Stop it. What?
Well, also just the format of it.
It doesn't, that doesn't even fucking matter.
Yes, it does.
What matters is there's 5 workouts. 5 workouts. And really, one is a single modality heavy lift. Why? And also front squats. Dude, come on. It's just tired. This is tired.
They already did thrusters and wall balls, and now they're also doing front squats.
Listen, it's fucking lazy, guys. You are fucking CrossFit. I have to do my autistic fucking finger tapping thing to calm myself down. You are CrossFit. You have to be the best at everything that you guys do. You need to be the best trainers. You need to be the best fitness educators. You need to be the best programmers. Where the fuck is the virtuosity in the test that you are writing? The same virtuosity that you demand from the athletes performing the test, the same virtuosity that you demand from the attendees at the level 1 seminar is the same fucking virtuosity that is eluding you all throughout these phases of competition programming. Age group, online, and affiliate semifinals included. Guys, what's so disappointing, I don't get angry at Wodland Fest writing a shitty workout. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, it's like the only reason we reviewed Wodland Fest workouts is because they're sending 2 people to the games, and so we could butter JR up enough so that he'd be willing to talk about this. I don't give a fuck about Wodland. I care so much about CrossFit. Guys, this is not even, don't be like, oh, here we go. This is just another one of Taylor's opinions. Dude, it's everyone's opinion. It's not just my opinion. I'm just the one saying it out loud. Where is the excitement and the creativity? Like, okay, you want people to be pumped and fucking stoked about it? Take a little more time and effort to write workouts that people are like, oh, fuck, that's going to be cool as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? I mean, am I off base there?
You're 100% spot on. Whatever CrossFit does should be way fucking cooler than anyone else, and it should set the fucking trend for next season.
Yep.
Next season, Wodland should be like, dude, you remember that fucking an affiliate semifinal workout from last year and how cool that was, and no one had ever fucking heard of that before? Let's do something like that. Let's do a twist on that. That's what CrossFit should be doing and setting the standard for the entire community. And this workout, even just as you read it, a max front squat, it's fucking stupid. It shouldn't be in the competition. And then they decide to make it even dumber with how you have to do it. The 3 lifts is cool. I think that's fine. I think you shouldn't have 1 rep max lifts anyway, but you get 3 attempts and each attempt has to count towards your score. But you can only do the listed weights on the sheet. And it does like 10-pound jumps for a certain number, then 20-pound jumps. And then it gets to like 405, and then it's just 405, 425, and then nothing. So there's a bunch of people, especially in the teams, who are going to just max out at 425 and do all 3 of their singles there, which, like, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying so hard to make a 1 rep max different when you just shouldn't be programming a 1 rep max anyway? I just don't get it. Like, I don't get what the thought process is behind this workout.
Here's a great fucking example of setting a trend. The dumbbell snatch in 2017.
Yeah.
Another great example. Burpee fucking pull-ups in the open, Boz. You fucking king. I would get your glizzy all over my face off that fucking workout. I don't care if the shuttle runs were a disaster. Burpee pull-ups, you fucking king. Sick. And I'm not being sarcastic at all. Snatches and fucking double unders and wall-facing handstand push-ups and wall walks, etc. Up to 225 in the open. Fucking dope.
Wall walks is a huge, huge one too. Everyone was like, dude, why are we doing
trendsetter, dude? Walk? What? It's not like we think that you guys are bad and suck. Like, we know what you can do. You fucking show, like, time and time.
You've done it before.
Holy fuck. The last chance programming that Boz wrote both years, the year I was in it, the 100 burpees, the 42, 30, 18 dumbbell hang snatch row, the fucking double under squat clean legless workout. Fucking crazy cool. And then the fucking the shuttle run clean and jerk workout. That fucking disgusting, what was it? Burpee box jump overs and dumbbell snatches, JR? Or was it wall balls? And that kind of was it was a prelude to the quarterfinal workout. Do you remember that last chance workout? That was nasty, the chunk one. Was it 75-75?
The age group one, the year that I made the games, was 75 cleans, 300 double unders for time. Is that what you're talking
No,
about? The big
this
chunk?
was I'm looking it up. Anyways, the bar muscle up AMRAP, the thruster 185 bar muscle up AMRAP. Holy fuck nuts. Like
I
what?
agree with this.
What are you agreeing with?
For what it's worth, I think it's more acceptable for teams to find a total than to be testing 1RMs for individuals.
I don't.
think it's
because
more
we all know
acceptable.
teams are strong. That's boring.
That's a good point too, but
Yeah, but
like,
a lot
hey,
of times a team will have an
a
athlete
strong guy.
We'll have an athlete that's just not strong, whether it's a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to find.
I thought having guys like Griffin and Josh Mattis having to just do 425 3 times kind of sucked. Like let them lift as much as they can lift.
I want to know the workout.
Yeah, seriously, if you're going to ruin the fucking competition by putting a 1 rep max in there, at least let us watch the fucking dudes who can destroy it. No 1RM ever? Correct. Not until the games when you have fucking 15 events.
Trying to find Granite Games. I wonder if this is the weirdest way to put CrossFit programming on the fucking website. Guys, horrible.
I like the way they put all the games workouts where it's just a page and just one after another.
Torium Pro.
JR, did you go through your whole clipboard?
What the fuck?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Number 1, at Grindstone.Foundation. Get tattoos? ? Wodland. ... 2223 is for time.
Yep.
French Throwdown. Change scale to 7 to 9.
This one. Hold on.
Scale was 7 to 8.
2 rounds for time. 50 burpee box jump overs, 75 double unders, 100 wall ball shots. Foul.
Cool. JR's giving his points, bro.
Okay, fuck nut.
Number 5. Only event qualifying to CrossFit Games. Crescendo must suck. ... Quit.
Quit.
Crucible 2025. ... 50-foot space. Those are my notes.
Concise.
50-foot spaces. What does that
For
mean?
the shuttle run thing.
So, MG workouts are Boz's thing. Shuttle run, burpee pull up is MG. This workout for teams is MG. It's just not something that gets done a lot. A monostructural gymnastics couplet. Do you think the individuals are going to do a run and gymnastics couplet?
I hope they do fucking muscle up biathlon or something like it.
That'd be cool.
You would destroy that.
Yeah, that's why I think it'd be cool.
I think, dude, it would be fucking awesome if they did like a 2 round for time, 0.5 mile run, 30 or fucking, I don't know, 25 muscle ups, 800 meter run, 20 muscle ups. Be fucking cool. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think it'll just be a couplet. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
There was that main site workout.
Our team qualifier workouts ever cool?
No.
Yeah, dude. A couple years ago, when they did the 4-person synchro front squat into the handstand walk relay, and they did the shuttle run 4-person line facing burpee synchro, and they did, they've done some really cool.
Was that the year that Hiller originally made a video about mayhem and Rich did the Joker thing?
I don't know, but some of the team quarterfinal workouts I've liked a lot over the years. That was for quarters.
Got an interesting theory about this programming that I can't say on the air.
Well, it means the show should be over because I want to know what it is.
All right, well, and for that, I'm fucking starving. I gotta have second
Scott
dinner. What are you doing?
Vanderslut, go wipe my life source off your face.
Oh my god, dude! Don't do that. We'll never get invited back there again. You fucking cunt.
He can take it, dude. He's not a pussy. But he's wrong. He's a wrong, not pussy.
Heard it here first. You're not a pussy, Scott, but you are wrong. Okay. You know what? I said this on the show the other day. Scott is an incredibly smart dude. But damn, that's a fucking dumb opinion. Okay. What are you doing for training tomorrow?
I'm gonna do that workout JR sent us the other day. One on, one off.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know what else yet.
What am I going to do? And you're gonna work out at the gym, right?
Yeah, because I coach 9 and 11:45, so I'll work out in between.
Today I did every 4 for 8, 400-meter row, 20 calico bike, and then 130 on, 130 off for 5 sets, 8 muscle ups, max burpee box jump overs to a 30-inch box. And then I did 20 minutes of just fucking playing around with like gymnastic holds in the afternoon. I haven't done that in a while. We used to warm up doing that. I was like doing some cartwheels and shit and some fucking L-sit press to handstands and stuff. I want to run tomorrow. Maybe I'll do this. I'll do this with GHD. Medball GHDs, 400-meter run, 20, 400-meter run, 35, 400-meter run. Maybe I'll do that, and then I'll go back down the ladder with Medball GHDs. I'll go 400-meter run, 420, 435, 450 ball slams, 450, 435, 420 Medball GHDs, something like that. That's a solid workout. And then
I did those 500-meter run repeats the other day. That was kind of ass.
500-meter run repeats?
I did every 3 for 8 500-meter run up at Charlotte, so up that hill.
Up that hill, yeah. What else? What else do I want to do? What's 60 for tomorrow? JR, you know what you're doing?
I'll do the class at some point, and then I might work out with the cops at 10 o'clock when they come in. I'll do something at 11. Typically on Fridays, I work out at 11, and then I work out at 1 because I coach at 8, Bible study at 9, cop class at 10, coach at 12. So I'm usually there all day. I'll try to work out either before the noon or after the noon.
I need to do a variation of this, but I want it to be with step-ups. Maybe it's just unloaded step-ups, and I wear a weight vest, but it's a 15-minute clock, 1-minute bar hang. I'm going to do legless rope climbs here, then 100 box step-ups, 1-minute hang, 75 step-ups, 1-minute hang, 50 step-ups, and the time remaining sandbag cleans, or maybe I do dumbbell snatches or maybe devil's press or burpees or something, but I need to do rope climbs and box step-ups, so I'll probably do something like that.
Oh, I want to do
Bryson, next time you're here, we're doing a 100-pound dumbbell snatch workout.
We have a 100-pound dumbbell, JR.
He's way too good at barbell snatch not to be throwing around the 100.
You know, this is one of the things you'll learn about Bryson. He's got this fucking thing in that big fucking head that makes him retarded, and it tells him he can't do things that he 100% can do. I can't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Call the fucking manager.
I gotta eat, guys.
All right, see you, bro.
See ya.
Peace. This ish. Deuces, y'all.